Yeah, and speaking of levels, we are high up here on, is it the 51st and the 50th floor? Aurora starting things off strong here, finding Viku very, very early. Looks to be a little bit of perhaps a ruse, as Angelka and Lina just try to find something towards Rafters. Oh, Hannah! Quick double with the duelist. Duelist, once again, that's simply the meta nowadays.
It is. I mean, I've been actually seeing it a lot in different types of plays. And look at this. Well, Joanna, she certainly looks happy on the back of those kills. She's like, hell yeah, I did that with dualies in my hand. And with that, Astralis again, they have a third consecutive pistol round now, won.
Yeah, brilliant. 4 frags with the duelist from Johanna. And I mentioned it, I will say, when we were watching them on Ancient, and I will say it again. Joanna, she is a very aggressive player, and especially on the CT side. She is, of course, the author of Astralis, and to have players like that on your offer, the dual berettas, like in the division round, is very, very good. Do you want to know why it's good? Or do you have maybe a little feeling? It's because they are creating space. They are finding entries. And they are making sure that you have a lot of information. Spike, 2 quick ones. And then Rachel follows it up. Is she gonna get the third? Yes. That's a very quick round for Astralis.
Yeah, beautifully done, of course. Now, Navi ecoed 2 rounds, so the money will be up next. It was pretty nicely done because Spike actually had to reload, fell back right to get some cover, and at the back of that, Rachel could peek. It's a nice teamwork, easy cleanup, but now up against a full-on 8Ks, it might be a bit more of a tough job. Of course, still those close MP9s will have to come in hot, and Joanna, well, look at this, she is gonna creep in right behind that smoke. Took a little bit of a hit, but at the same time, also a small tag onto Lina already. But no casualties taken here in this third round. Just everything will slow down a little bit.
Yeah, as we often see with that. As I said it, there comes Joanna. She is in and then she's out again. Spike ready to help her out. The flash is gonna land. Didn't quite catch if Vicky was flashed there or not. And look at this. Ready for that. Now Vicky manages to adjust. And now we will see the push come in quickly from Navi. Not so here now though, but Gelka and Hanka find one each, and I am not sure if I would like to go for this if I am Rachel and Aurora.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Aurora does grab another, but this time around, Navi had the better weapons on the board. And even though Joanna did grab that nice kill over towards round, it, yeah, sadly always been traded. A bit too overextended, perhaps, after that first initial kill. And with that, Navi do now secure their own first round, and Astralis finally have a bit of a better buy. The MP9s exchanged for an AWP and twice a FAMAS along with the M4s. Perhaps the utility could become a bit of a problem. There's not that much on the CT side, so they would just have to make it happen just with their aim. And for now, no control yet. The going to be boosting up though, just in case Navi will be pushing. But will it be expected?
Yeah, quite like that is a good idea. I think Lina, they surely heard that. So it's gonna be a very slow little round here. Gonna have the cities just... they actually reboosted. Kessies also pushed mid. And they drop off from the boost. The timing of that. Joanna takes out Lina. Now there is 3 players from Astralis ready on A site waiting. 2 from a short position, and oh, that is such a good play from Joanna. Flashed herself a little bit, but still manages to find the kills. That is simply incredible. 2 versus 2.
And now Danu does pick up Spike, and that is a crucial kill, leaving it all on the back of Aurora to clutch it out. And she doesn't have a kit, also misses the swing. And with that, Navi also 2 rounds now back to back. The money is looking pretty great, and they're slowly getting back into this series.
Equal round for Astralis. Let's see if they are going to be able to get anything done here. Jana, she's invested in a Deagle at least. We're gonna see the default of Navi play out. Vico now on the up. Quite the stack happening towards A site. Joanna probably had the best spawn to go towards B. Hanka is just holding, waiting. The information is being taken in mid. Angelka. Let's to check out the window. Gonna see them probably gather up and execute and go together into one of the sites here. Meanwhile, we have Cassie taking information. Look at that rotation now coming in from Astralis. They know Joanna is going to be first to be tested.
Oh, she spotted ahead. Sadly not a connected shot just yet. But at least the rest of the team will now be right over all the B players. And make it also the rotation from A. And actually, there is a fair amount of kills going the way of Astralis. No picked up rifle, of course, as everything is over towards ramp. But nonetheless, a good effort. Rachel now with another one. It's a 1 versus 1. Casey needs to land the shots. And she has a good idea and does swing onto the head. That is a very naughty round by Astralis. There is no way that they do it, but they do. And with that, Astralis, they don't even have to go back to the drawing board. They just win it, steal it away. And look at that. The economy of Navi is looking very dire on the back of that.
Oh me, oh my. That information searching done by Cassie. And the fact that they managed to, every single one of them, get onto that B site before the execute from Navi Javelins came in. That was magnificent. But as you can see from the scoreline, this is still a very, very close game. And Navi, on the back of that, they actually are forced into an eco. Viku on that one hero. Oh, no, hero AK. Maybe she's going to get something done. Hanka. Oh, are they gonna boost up? And yes, I love this. Viku's gonna try. Oh, that's so unfortunate. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Oh,
Aurora, so ready for it.
Yeah, that's rough. Because right now, Piku, the star player of Navi, taken out of the round. Luckily, the AK can be picked up. Actually, they do get a kill now here onto middle as Lena strikes once more.
Watching Rachel there was like watching an episode of Sharks. She's just right behind you, lurking. Is she gonna keep going? Oh, this is unfortunate. Spike had just crossed there and couldn't spot anyone. Look at this brilliant positioning by Rachel. Is the Navi players going to check there? Heading towards B site, 20 seconds left. This can be crucial. Oh, Hanka finds Aurora. Spike just going to try to delay the plant a little bit. Take some positioning of waiting for her teammate here, waiting for Rachel. Rachel with the double. Oh, it's Spike. She finishes Lena off and maybe a little discontent she doesn't get the defuse there, Villas.
Yeah, it's yeah, well, on the back of that, I mean, it all started with this boost. It was almost instant karma for missing and messing it up. But they remain calm. Astralis even up against the pistols. But now Navi has another bite back upon the board. Though ideally, they would like to win this round, because if not, their money is going to be shattered once more. And Astralis have perfect grounds to start to build up some nice amount of rounds. Now, Navi do take a bit of ramp control, or try to actually get that lurkering going, as the majority of the players are heading to B ramp instead. And who knows what Lena can do on that lurk. She was doing a pretty good job over on Ancient, even though it did end up losing that map. Now Hanka does fall, and right on the back of those kills, hello, we have now the lurker coming through, but not really finding a player as of yet. At the same time, Spike now does trade, leaving us with a 4v3, but still in the advantage of Navi.
Yeah, B-side is very difficult to retake. They have a couple of smokes. Looks like they are going to try to go for it, and Joanna gets fully flashed. A bit of trading going back and forth here, and only Rachel left. Danu just takes her off the map completely, and that was a brilliant little bit on a B-pop coming out of Navi Javelins. I think B site on Vertigo is one of those one of the positions that are perhaps most difficult to anchor, because your rotation is quite far away, and you have a very limited amount of positions where you can get much done, unless you have the spawn or the timing to go super aggressive. But Hanka is so ready for that and gets 2. Meanwhile, towards A, we have the rest of the squad, and Aurora, she perhaps going to find Hanka here then.
They simply can't do that much. So with that, Navi do make it tied up again, 4-4. Slowly Money also being in a bit of a better spot. So yeah, this time around a bit more of a closer affair. Who knows where this map can go to. Of course, the first map, Ancient, was 16-8. Definitely not what Navi would have liked, probably. Even though, surely, Navi, for Ancient, it's not the best map, but all the way in the past, a couple of months ago, they did actually win it against Astralis, or the core of Astralis now. They look like a lot of a better team here today. Now, just with the pistols, Astralis most likely will lose the round, but perhaps Spike actually created a bit of an opening there. And now on the back of it, they try to peek. Perhaps 1 by 1 is not quite the way to do it. And now Rachel is chiming in here from the catwalk position as well and is looking and spots a player, tags Fiku up, but won't quite be the kill. Oh, the dualies. Is Aurora gonna go for the smoke? Does she dare? Don't think so. Just creeping around it. Oh, and now it's fade. Does she spot the player? That's a nice thing. Hello, she's just gonna go in straight in hot. Sadly, not more, but that was a good effort.
Good effort indeed, and I was just mentioning it briefly when we saw Rachel do one of those pushes that it feels like there are sharks in the water. You think it's clear, and then just out of nowhere, or in this case, out of the smoke, comes a little Aurora with dualists and takes you out. But that was another very convincing round from the NAVI Javelins side, and I think this round that we are going to see here is going to be crucial to the further development of this match. Should Astralis lose this, they would probably need another eco round, and we could potentially see NAVI Javelins I wanted to say throw it away, but that's not the that's the opposite, you know. Take it away.
I don't think
someone in chat helped me out with the javelin and the spear pants. Aurora, oh, she spots. She does spot Hanka on boost and is taken out by Angelka. Again, I said it. We talked about this. How incredibly difficult it is to anchor on the B side, especially if your A players can't manage to get control of A ramp, which we saw Astralis do time and time again. You're quite alone. You don't have much support. Because so how you want to play it? You want to take some control towards that A ramp area, meaning that you will have your support player or AWP player who's strong utility for you towards A ramp, rotate into middle so that the person in charge of covering mid early can rotate and make some sort of a setup on the B side with the B anchor. When one of these pieces in the puzzle doesn't go according to plan, you buy the Albertas, is what I've gathered from this. No, but you're kind of forced into playing a little bit awkwardly, unless you are very, very confident in your retake capabilities, so that you can play super, super passive on the sides.
Already pistols are making themselves known here towards the ramp area. They're being very patient. Oh, Lina's super close, and the Vertigo will strike. That's now a nice freebie for Rachel. Upgrades to an AK instead, but at the same time, Navi has set foot onto B. Joanna hears it, but we'll wait for the backup of the rest of the team. There's no kit, but perhaps they can make it a lot more costly for the Navi side. And everyone is positioned right there in a ramp. Oh my lord! Okay, Joanna actually grabs hold of the dualies. And they tag up Daniel and Angelka pretty heavily. But as you guys can see, the AKs definitely still win it over the pistols. And Navi continue. 7 rounds now on the board, slowly widening that gap. But of course, it was on the back of Astralis having pistols once again. But with the buy round up on the board, you were saying it already, things need to change.
Yeah, some things need to change. I think Navi Javelins' default is just very, very strong. You have Viku got an up and a good spawn. Oh, but this might be the change that we need. Oh, this is a cool combo from Danu. Couple of flashes to get them towards short control.
Oh, that is a great and impactful kill. They already had a player advantage. And luckily with that, they still remain in the lead. Now Viku do with 2. And they strike right back. They forced Astralis out of the side with that utility, but Rachel was here, at least boosted up. And now, suddenly it's just flashbangs left for Navi, and they actually technically haven't really entered the side just yet. There's no smoke to deal with the CTs, no Molotov again. And now Kessie, she's going to be going peak. Oh, but she misses. And that might become very costly. Now 2 in a row for Lena. And again, it will have to be Aurora. Perhaps they could have played the waiting game. Obviously, they do not know what Navi has left in the bag. But perhaps if they would have waited, Navi would have struggled to try an entry. And instead, you know, the CTs were coming towards them.
Yeah, I think this also like kind of fallbacks again to my point with being confident in your retake capabilities. If you know that the TS Navi Javelins, they've not gotten the site yet, they haven't pushed up, you should be able to lean back, hold some sort of an up angle and wait for them to make their move. When you're being a little bit too aggressive at the wrong places at the wrong time. Kessie, that is actually really, really good. Point on that I can come back to in a bit. So we are going to see the Navi Javelins push up towards A site. Still some a Spike and a Aurora here again with Duelis.
Well, she's trying.
It was almost, yeah. No, but I have, I don't know if you've spotted it, but I have identified kind of the weak spot where the defense of Navi Javelins is a bit more open. And Kessie now, this is the second round in a row where she has aggressively pushed into middle. And she got Danu in one round, and now she's fine, like, it's completely open for business. The reason for that is because Danu, she is the person who's always throwing this short one-way smoke in the scaffolding for her teammate, meaning that she is very late to come into mid, which means that there's a huge opening there for Astralis to push aggressively. Pushing aggressively though, this round it was Navi. Kessie on a very long flank here, and Aurora on the AWP. Are they going to attempt to do the retake? Maybe if Kessie can find something early. I think they're gonna go for it.
Oh, that is a rough shot to be missing. Oh, wow. That is at least a nice kill for Kessie to be having, but at the same time, the time is becoming so incredibly low. I don't think there is enough for Kessie to go for this. Ideally, you just want to be backing off for now. All right, she does sneak in another kill, but at that moment, perhaps having another rifle save might have made the difference. You know, last round coming up, and the economy is not really going to be damaged for Navi at all at this point.
No, definitively not. And this is actually the complete reverse from what we saw on Ancient with the Navi Javelins. It wasn't as 100% as dominantly in the beginning of the half, but at the end of it, we are going to have a very similar scoreline to what we saw Astralis pull out on Ancient.
Yeah, ideally you want Astralis to have this round. They're gonna be having the lesser buy here. Going into this one, also not as much of utility. But Kezi, you were talking about it, does pick up Danu again. That creates some space over towards the middle. Honestly, it's either you're gonna have to leave a lurker around that area, or just push in completely, already get a flank in from behind.
A flank or two. Which is what we're seeing this happening now. Spike, she's the sole defender on A side from that headshot position. Smokes come out, site is cleared, but still, this is 5 versus 4 in favor of Astralis. Oh, Joanna, she's get taken out. Still advantage for Astralis, at least in how many are alive. As I say that, Lina takes out the Spike. The bomb has been Molotov and Viku. Oh, this girl is so good. Damn good.
Oh, I think she spotted. She spotted Rachel and she flicks it with that 11-4 lead in favor of Navi. And of course, the question is, can they take this map and make it a free mapper, or will Astralis still come back with a 2-0 fashion? We will find out after a break.
From your favorite cup, but you're still not waking up. Oh, what a mess. You know how the story goes. Same as yesterday, or so I'm told. Sweep the filthy truth underneath the bed. Cobwebs in the corner inside your head. Oh, what a mess. We've got to clean it up. We trudge right through the mud.
Welcome back, everybody. As again, we got an 11-4 scoreline here in the first half. Only this time around, it is favoring NAVI Javelins. And man, now they're going to be on that CT side as well. Astralis definitely need that pistol round if they want to stay in this map and turn the tide.
Yes, and not the very best of starts here for Astralis. Hanka, Danu, and Angelka all finding one player each. What is perhaps positive? No, the bomb has also been lost down here in B lobby. Cassie finds one, finds two! And that was all she wrote. Good little attempt there for a B-split, but I believe the spawns for NAVI was simply too good. Let's see if we can have it is a valid effort for Kesse, but NAVI Javelins, they are now in a very, very good position. 12-4.
Yeah. They're gonna be looking to put a stop to what NAVI is doing at the moment, forcing into this next round, but already losing 2 players, make it 3 early on, and only 1 in return. So it's a rough one. They still are yet to set foot onto a bomb site. They're close towards the B ramp here, but they line up. Already a lot of damage dealt onto Aurora, and with that, they all fall 1 by 1. And that is the perfect round for NAVI to get onto 14. And honestly, a 10-round gap. You know, over on Ancient, it was at least NAVI that was able to pull back slowly into the game. But I think right now, with the money being very low, NAVI should have this one in the pocket.
Yeah, a quick little start here from Astralis. We're gonna slow it down. Viku is spotted, but she is confident. Her and Angelka clean up. And now 44. So this is the round Astralis needs to win. They simply must win this one if we are going to have any more rounds almost. Because, well, 14. That's only two left to win. And if you have one, then you only need one more, you know? 1 plus 1 is 2.
Yes, maths is maybe not a strong suit, but that we certainly can calculate. But yeah, now, of course, Astralis, they're hanging on. They have a little bit of a better buy going into this one. They have the AWP, and they have full-on AKs right around it. But it is Joanna already taking a huge chunk of damage early on here in this round. Now, oh, that's a bit of a team flash. He could try to flash and see if they could peek off of it, but at the same time, player there was blind for a second and it will back off for now. The same goes for Astralis. By the looks of things, they're gonna be heading the different way, and now they are taking that mid control. Oh, well, that's a bit of a missed Molotov, and that also reveals some positionings. Good trade though by Spike, but also she herself will be traded by Danu and has that MP9 still in hand, of course. The player advantage certainly seems favorable for NAVI, making now 2. And also Rachel is so incredibly low, is trying to fight here around the box. Desperate for cover, desperate for need of help. But now will come and be hit from right behind, and surely Aurora does straight, but also needs the clutch, and it is definitely too much of a job at hand to take that down. And with that, NAVI, well, they have plenty of rounds to try and close out this second map.
Yeah, and look at this. This replay, it visualizes that my point when I'm talking about how important it is to have that a ramp control. NAVI Javelins, they established that they could allow their mid player rotate in, do a setup with the B player, and you see they're not playing B side very, very aggressively still. They are playing it together, and Hanka now with an excellent spawn. is able to push alone, find an entry in B lobby, and I think this is has fallen apart for Astralis. Only Kessie and Rachel left. Make that only Kessie. Sviku finds one.
Well, and with that, the final kill has fallen, and NAVI take Astralis down in, well, an even more dominant fashion that we saw over on Asian, 16-4.